Hello. Today we are super duper casual. I'm on the floor. I'm just hanging out. I got my notes next to me. So this is going to be a super casual video. The video is going to be what is the Yaposopher-Suburbian channel that we're watching right now. I'm Caleb Thiemann. I'm Yaposopher. I'm the person doing all these videos. So I wanted to kind of say what is everything that's going on here. The first question would be, what is Yaposopher? And that is not this video, obviously. We will have that video. It's going to be on the main Yaposopher channel, and we're not quite there yet. There's a couple other things that we need to get through before we get to what is Yaposopher. So kind of counterintuitively, we're starting here, and this is Yaposopher-Suburbian. This is the second channel, essentially. And what that means is that on Yaposopher, there's going to be a different style of video. It's going to be much higher quality in the sense that it's going to be much more structured. There's going to be much more planning done, and it's probably going to have a little bit more development time. So Yaposopher is going to have some very specific things going on. Suburbian is the opposite. It is going to be the place for me to kind of do much more individual indie type projects. It is going to be a lot more separate in terms of the things that I upload. It's not going to have a very consistent thematic feeling to it. It's just going to be the place where things that don't belong on Yaposopher kind of end up. The things that I still want to get out there and talk about, but maybe in a different way. So that's what the Suburbian channel is just a way to be a little bit more creative with the things that I want to produce. So that's what's going to be on this channel. The next question, of course, is why the name Suburbian? Which, of course, the Yaposopher makes sense, but Suburbian maybe not as much so. So where it all kind of started from is a few years ago, I was inspired to write a book. I realized that I wanted to write a book at some point. Still has not happened, but maybe we're getting a little closer. So I just started writing, and some of those writings were terrible. Some of them were okay. Some of them I think are pretty good. And some of those might end up on this channel, actually. We'll see. But I just started writing a bunch of stuff, and I threw it all in a folder, and the folder's name was Suburbian. So that's where this came from. And then the question is, of course, well, why'd you name that folder Suburbian? I think Suburbian is coming from this mindset of, I guess, this type of things that I like to think about or write about, so to speak. So I've lived in rural places, I've lived in urban places, I've lived in suburban places, and I've seen a lot of different ways that people live. And I think a lot about how things are structured, and I like to think a lot about the way that people live in these structures, so to speak. So Suburbian kind of felt like a natural ethos for that style of thinking that I like to do, or the things that I like to write about. So that's how we ended up with the name Suburbian. It maybe doesn't make sense, but I think that's okay. I just kind of like it. So that's how this main channel is structured, why we're here. In terms of the actual content uploads, there's definitely not going to be any sort of schedule here. Things are just going to kind of end up as they end up on here. There's currently one video at the very least, and it is definitely a little bit of a different style of video, especially from the main channel. And don't expect other projects on here to look like that. Like I said, this thing is going to be very flexible. There's going to be a lot of different stuff, hopefully in the future, but those things will just kind of come as they come. That first video, I had the idea, I wrote it in one night, I recorded all the audio in one night, and it just kind of got thrown together. So things will just kind of appear as they appear. There may be long periods between uploads. Maybe it'll all come at once. Who knows? So don't take anything too serious on here. Hopefully you stick along for the ride. I really appreciate it if you did. So that's about it for this video. Hopefully this was cool. I don't know. Whatever. But yeah, I thank you for watching. Maybe watch some of my other videos. Hopefully there's more than when I upload this. And yeah, I just want to say thank you each and every time you watch one of my videos. It means the world to me just to have one person watch it. So thank you. Peace out. I'll see you next time.